running.
There is blood, gore, intense violence, nudity. Just want to make sure my audio is okay.
What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another Tabletop Adventure here at Digital Woods. Today we have a 1,000-point game between the recently updated Grey Knights. Once again, I keep running them because they get new updates.
And the recently upgraded Thousand Suns.
Through the Ritual of the Damned expansion, thanks to the Psychic Awakening that's going on.
Yes.
Both got a slew of new rules to help benefit them. I still say Thousand Suns got the better end of the stick out of the two, but hey, we shall see what happens. As we jump into our game, let's get to our armies so we can get to that action.
Alright, so here's going to be my 1,000 exactly points of Thousand Suns. Because of the new update, I now have different flavors of Thousand Suns, so I'll be bringing the Cult of Magic for this one. And I'll be running all of these models, units, what have you, in a battalion detachment. So starting off with my Warlord for this one is going to be a Sorcerer in Terminator armor, carrying all of his standard gear. His Warlord trait is going to be High Magister. Not one of the new ones, but I'm going for something here. You might catch on soon. I'm also going to be giving him the Relic from the new books. It's called the Arcane Focus. Now, what High Magister does is give me a +1 to my psychic tests. What Arcane Focus does is give me a +1 to psychic tests. And something I forgot for his war gear is he's going to be bringing along a Familiar, which on the first psychic power he casts is going to give him you may have guessed it, +1 to cast. So already at that +3, let's see where we can go with that. So for his psychic powers, I'm going to be bringing along Boon of Mutation to hopefully get yet another +1 on him. And his second psychic power, I'm going to be spending a command point to swap it out for Infernal Gateway. It's usually a higher points to cast, but considering all the +1s, maybe I'll actually get it off and be able to use it this game. Moving on to my next character on this one, with the HQs, is going to be a Daemon Prince of Tzeentch, who I'm spending one more command point on to give him a Warlord trait. He's going to be having the Warlord trait of Aether Stride, which will just help him get around better and maybe get those charges in. His psychic powers are going to be Warp Time and Diabolic Strength. And then rewinding just a little bit, because I forgot to mention his war gear, he's going to be bringing along a set of Malefic Talons. So, melee, melee, melee. My last HQ in this list is going to be an Exalted Sorcerer carrying along all of his standard gear. And his psychic powers are going to be Weaver of Fates and Prescience. Moving on to troops, I have two exactly identical groups of 5-man units of Rubric Marines, all carrying all of their standard gear, no upgrades there. And then the two psychic powers for, well, one per group, is going to be Tzeentch's Firestorm and Temporal Manipulation. And I'll go over, when we go over the board, which unit has which psychic power. To finish out troops for this, I'm going to have just a bog standard group of 10-man Zangor unit. And moving on to elites, I've got a 5-man group of Scarab Occult Terminators that are all going to be wielding their Infernal Combi Bolters. The 4 non-leader units are going to be carrying their 4 swords, and the sorcerer in that group is going to be carrying his Force Stave. Moving on to that unit's psychic power is going to be Glamour of Tzeentch. And then finally finishing off my army, I've got one heavy support in the form of a Forge Fiend with his Ectoplasm Cannon and his 2 Hades autocannons. And that's my army.
Okay, folks, this is going to be my 1,001 points of Grey Knights. It is going to be in a battalion detachment that, if you have seen some of my previous games, you should recognize. Starting off with my HQ choices, I have a Brother Captain Stern. The Brother Captain Stern. And he will have the Psychic Power Imperium Domination, which is a new psychic power. We'll see how useful it is in the long run. And for my second HQ choice is going to be my Warlord, which is a Chaplain. And he has for his war gear the Stormbolter and his Crozius, which is his usual equipment. And of course grenades and whatnot. Moving on to his Warlord trait, which is going to be first in the fray. Grenades didn't get any new Warlord traits in this expansion, so first in the fray I think is still one of the better ones. They're okay. From there I have a relic on him, which is going to be Agnerium Scrolls, which should provide an additional nifty aura buff. And because the Chaplain got reworked in this expansion, he no longer just gives out a flat litany of hate. He knows litanies like the rest of the Chaplains from the Space Marine books. So he knows Litany of Hate, which is his default one. The Canticles of Convergence, Rites of Convergence, which is an anti-psyker one. And Invocation of Focus, which is a shooting one. So we'll see which ones I get to use throughout the battle and which ones come into play. From there, he has the Psychic Power of Armor of Resilience, which is another kind of a buffing power. I am not going to be taking the Psychic Power that allows me to switch my tides, because there's one tide in particular that I'm just going to probably stay on for the entire battle. We'll see how well that works out. From there, I'm moving on to my troop choices, where I have 3 identical strike squads. The only difference is their Psychic Power. Each strike squad is equipped with 4 halberds, 4 stormbolters, and 1 psi silencer. And the psychic powers, there's going to be a Gate of Infinity squad, 1 squad with Astral Aim, and 1 squad with Hammer Hand. Moving on from that to heavy support, I have myself a Land Raider. It's going to have 2 twin las cannons, a twin heavy bolter, and a multi-melta. And from there, I have myself a Nemesis Dread Knight with Dread Fists, a Heavy Incinerator, and a Gatling Psi Silencer, and his psychic power will also be Gate of Infinity. From there, my last choice is going to be an Elite, which is Apothecary. Sadly, I could not upgrade him through the other Psychic Awakening books to become the better Apothecary, but having an Apothecary is pretty good when you have a lot of troop choices. From there, he also will have the Psychic Power Sanctuary. And of course, he's running all of his standard war gear on him. And that makes up 1,001 points of Grey Knights. Okay, folks, here we are deployed for the Eternal War mission Frontline Warfare, which is one that already existed, but it got rewritten for the Chapter Approved 2019, and we randomly generated it while we're picking our mission today. This is a relatively straightforward mission. There are 2 objectives in the middle, 1 objective on either deployment zone. At the end of your turn, depending on which objectives you earn, you get victory points. The one in your own deployment zone is worth 1, the 2 in the middle are worth 2 each, and the one in your opponent's deployment zone is worth 4 points. So, other than that, there's Slay the Warlord, First Strike, and Linebreaker, which are what they have been for a while.
Yeah.
We did the roll-off. Mike won the roll-off for deciding who's attacker and defender. He chose to be attacker. I chose Hammer and Anvil deployment type, and this side to be my deployment zone. And yeah, we're at the point where we're done deploying. The only thing that of note in deployment-wise, since Mike didn't play any Deep Strike, my 1 squad with Gate of Infinity is inside the Land Raider.
Fair enough.
Okay.
And just for the sake of me saying it now and not later, that group of Rubrics is going to have Zinch's Firestorm, and that group of Rubrics is going to have the Temporal Manipulation.
Mm-hmm. And Astral Aim and Hammerhand.
Got it. Alright, so do you want to attempt to seize?
I will attempt to seize the initiative on a 6-up. Nope. We're going to go into Thousand Suns turn 1. I am declaring that the current tide is going to be the Tide of Shadows, so all my guys count as being in cover, And if they're already in cover, it's -1 to hit them.
Oof. Fair enough. That's pretty good. All right, so Thousand Suns turn 1.
Okay, and as we go into turn 1 here, before the first battle round, or before Mike begins at the start of the battle round, I have to roll for my litany. Only get 1. It might not be super useful this turn, but I'm probably going to do the one I'm going to do for the rest of the game, and that's Rites of Convergence. And it requires a 3-up.
And
Okay.
you got it.
All right, and that basically says until the start of the next battle round, when my chaplain does a Deny the Witch test, he adds 3 to the roll.
Oof. Useful.
Yeah, and I'm probably doing that one the entire game.
Yeah. All right, so movement phase for turn 1 for Thousand Suns. Most everything moved and advanced forward because I'm all out of range for standard guns and shooting. So moved in advance, got, I think, for them, pretty good numbers. Unfortunately for my Demon Prince, only got a 2. Everyone else got four, 5s, and 6s, basically. So everyone advanced except for the big demon vehicle, which just moved its 8 inches forward, getting ready to throw some shots over this way. With movement out of the way, on to my psychic phase, where I'm gonna start with my warlord over there, casting Boon of Mutation. I'm outside of 24 inches, so Tom won't be able to deny, and because of the familiar, this is going to be a +3. Mm-hmm. So Boon of Mutation, it requires a 7.
You got it.
I got it.
All right, what's the result?
The result is
An 8.
an 8. All right, and an 8 is going to get me Aura of Illusion, which basically just gives me hard to hit in the fight phase, which not super helpful, but I'm not going to be spending any command points this early on Boon of Mutations. So with that successful and out of the way, I'm going to have the group of Terminators in the back cast Glamour of Tzeentch. Basically makes an opponent, or one of my models, hard to hit. And I think I'm going to throw that at the Demon Prince. Let me just check range one more time. All right, so after making sure of the range, I'm in well within 18, more like 20. Just saying that out loud sounded weird, but I'm in range.
Yeah, you're within 18 inches.
All right, bleh. So I'm going to be casting Glamour of Tzeentch on the Demon Prince himself, making him harder to hit. It's going to be a warp charge of 7, and this is going to be just a straight roll. Here we go. That is a 7.
Yep.
So that one gets off as well. He's now hard to hit. Next is going to be Weaver of Fates from my Exalted Sorcerer, going once again into the Demon Prince. And that is going to be a warp charge of 6. Which got it with an 8. So he now has a invul of, I think, a 3-up.
Cool.
And then last to cast his 2 psychic powers is going to be the Demon Prince himself, casting first. It doesn't matter which one I go first. So first is going to be Diabolic Strength. And that is going to be a warp charge of 6. Which I get. Which basically just gives him, I think, 1 extra strength, or 2 extra strength, and 1 extra attack.
Yep.
So that should be fantastic. And last, I'm going to be casting Warp Time on him. And that's going to be a warp charge of 6. Which I failed, which I'm going to spend a command point now to reroll this 1 and hopefully get a 4, 5, or 6.
There you go.
Got it. Yay. So then I'll move him and then get back. All right, so second movement for the Demon Prince of Tzeentch with wings, because I think I've forgotten to mention that. It was in my list and I did pay for it, and he does have wings.
Okay.
I just don't think I mentioned it when I was going over my list. So second movement for he did get to roll maxis for his second advance, so a total of 18 inches of movement up the board, resulting in what would be about an 8-inch charge if that crater wasn't there and fly still mattered in charges, which it does not, as Thomas informed me. It was changed in the FAQ. So he's going to be right over there. Fantastic. Ready for a charge during that phase. But for now, on to shooting, which is going to be happening way over there. All right, so starting the shooting phase with the only thing in my army that can shoot, this guy. And he'll be firing at these troops right here, just the guys on top of the building. Now, because he moved and is firing heavy weapons, he'll be normally hitting on 5s, but because of Tom's special rule, Tides of Shadow, everything in a building is going to be -1 to hit, so it's going to be hitting on 6s. Glorious. So 8 shots with his Hades autocannon, which is the only weapon that he has that is in range, hitting on 6s. For 2. Not bad. There's no kind of aura of rerolling 1s, so I'm not going to worry about those 2 1s. And I'll be wounding on 2s because strength 8 versus tough 4. For 2. Now they're going to be AP -1 for you.
Effectively ignoring my +1 for cover. So 3-up saves. Made both.
Fair enough. All right, so with that out of the way, on to charges, where I'm declaring 1 charge into both your guy right here,
Brother Captain
Stern, and the knight.
Okay. Brother Captain's Stern Stormbolter. 4 shots looking for 6s to hit. Done. So, doing the Overwatch for the Nemesis Dread Knight. 12 shots from the Gatling Silencer starting out, looking for 6s to hit. And I do get to reroll 1s, which I forgot for Brother Captain Stern, but I don't think I got any anyway. 1 hit so far. Rerolling 1s. Nope, just 1 hit. Strength 4, so I'm going to be looking for a 5 to wound. No AP.
All right, I'm just going to go right to his 3-up. It went past.
D3 damage. For 3. Off the Gatling Silencer.
Ow. And he doesn't have any kind of feeling of pain, so it just goes right through.
And then D6 number of shots from his Heavy Incinerator. For 3. These automatically hit, and they are strength 6, so I think I'm wounding on 4s, because I think you're T6.
All right.
That'll be 2 wounds. AP -1, but you have a 3-up invul, so.
Fair enough. All right, so it's going to be 2 3-ups, whether normal save or invul. Doesn't matter. Really? Okay.
They do 2 damage a pop.
Ow. Ow, by the way.
You do have 5 command points left.
I'm going to spend 1.
Right.
There. Good. I'm down by 5. All right, so after that unfortunate, for me, Overwatch, I now get to figure out if he actually gets it into melee. So he's going to need an 8/10-inch charge because of the crater. So, and I will get the reroll of this because of his Warlord trait. Which, that's an 8.
But it's a 10-inch charge. You can command.
By the rules, reroll the charge. That would imply rerolling both dice.
Yes. Or you can spend a command point to reroll. No, you spent your command point to reroll the save.
I did. All right, well. Yeah. No, he doesn't make it. All right, bye. You're dead. Enjoy. That's unfortunate.
That is.
That's very unfortunate. I was really hoping to at least trade.
I think it was too ballsy of a play. He has literally no support over there.
Yeah.
I mean, admittedly, he got buffed the hell up before he tried the charge, but it was.
And to be fair, he didn't need to get hit with the -1 to hit because the only thing he would have dealt with was Overwatch.
Well, that would have helped in melee.
True.
That would have been -1 to hit you.
True. All right, I guess that makes sense. But yeah, it was good knowing you, Demon Prince of Zinch. Good luck. That's the end of my turn. I've killed nothing, done no damage.
Are you within 3 inches here to claim a victory point?
From there,
Yeah.
I might be. I don't think I am.
3 inches from the center of it. Yeah.
Oh,
So you're going to get 2 victory points.
sweet. I didn't actually realize they were cumulative. I thought it was just whatever you hold at the end.
Ooh, no. Every turn you score.
Oh, goody goody. Oh, well then I really should have something back there for your drop-in squad.
Yeah.
Whoops. All right, well, on to Tom's turn 1.
Okay, turn 1 for the Grey Knights is pretty straightforward. Our goal is to kill a Demon Prince. Other than killing a Demon Prince, meh.
Yeah, I kind of threw him up to die at this point.
So my right-hand flank didn't move, because they don't have to. They're outside 24 inches of everything, and just kind of nestled in, guaranteed 1 victory point. And then my left-hand flank kind of moved up to stay hidden behind the building, but enough to get so many smites in range.
Oh, yeah. And because I'm a demon...
They will all do 3, no matter my result, unless I fail it.
Oh.
Yep.
Oh. Okay.
Oh, and I have +1 to cast because I'm Grey Knight, so 4 ups.
Fair enough, on 2 dice, yeah. Well, start rolling.
I might as well start with Brother Captain Stern doing his unique flavor of it.
What's unique about it?
It's usually a 6-inch range, becomes 12 with his own unique ability, and every demon in range takes damage.
Oh, okay, so he has a bubble of hate.
Yeah. So his casting, it's still a smite, so I need a 4 or better. I got it an 11.
Cool. I'm going to pull him now because he's dead.
Okay.
Oh, I can technically attempt to deny.
You need to get a 12.
Yeah, he's dead. Okay. And he did.
Yep. And with that being done, I'm going to spend 1 command point on Entropic Surge. Use this in your psychic phase after a Grey Knight Psyker from your unit has successfully cast his psychic power. To the end of the phase, and when a psychic test is taken by a Grey Knight Psyker within 6 inches of that unit, add 1 to the total.
Fair enough.
And
Which you've got a few over here.
Yep. The only one that I really care about, well, let's start off. My Apothecary is going to cast Sanctuary on my Knight.
All right.
So, Sanctuary is a warp charge of 6 to cast. Warp charge 6 to cast, but effectively have a +2 at the moment.
Yeah.
And that is more than enough, because +2 gets me to 6.
Yep.
And I'm well outside of your ranges to deny.
That is correct now.
And it's going on to the Dread Knight. So the Dread Knight's going to increase his invul save by 1. So he's going to have, I think, a 4-up invul now.
All right.
And then I'm going to do the Dread Knight, because another power I want to cast on... Yeah, I want to cast Hammerhand on him, because this squad right there has Hammerhand.
Are you expecting to be in melee?
You might charge me.
Huh?
Hammerhead going in next. Once again, warp charge 6 to cast, but effectively a +2 because I'm Grey Knight and that 1 command point. Got it.
Yeah, no problem.
All right, now I'm going to cast the Dread Knight's own thing, which is Gate of Infinity.
Oh. Well, that'd do it.
Warp charge of 6 to cast with a +2 to it. I successfully got it. So that basically allows me to immediately remove him from the board, place him up anywhere on the battlefield more than 9 inches away from an enemy model. Teleporting him back onto the objective Mike was so kind to have walked away from.
Yep.
It's kind of a suicide play for him, but he can do a bunch of damage before he goes out and going to get me 4 victory points for doing it.
Yeah. It's a much better suicide play than mine, because it's at least going to get him 4 victory points.
Guaranteed.
Yep.
So with that being done, he's going to cast his last psychic power, which is a smite, into the back of them.
Into the back of...
Them, because they're the closest.
Yep.
They're Scarab Occults. 4 to cast. I got it. You have a bunch of things that can try to deny it, but I got it with an 9.
Yeah. All right, so as it doesn't matter who I deny with, I'm just going to do it with my Sorcerer and Terminator. because he doesn't gain all the different pluses to his deny, just his castings.
Yep.
All right, so it's going to need a 9, I believe. I got an 8.
Yep.
I got the same number you got.
I got a 9.
Oh, you got a 9. I
plus
needed a
one.
10.
Yes, I had a +1.
Ah, darn. All right, well,
Grey Knights.
it goes off. Enjoy your smite, guys.
You're not a demon, so you take 1.
Yep. I think the Terminators have 2 wounds.
They have
Pop.
2 wounds each, yeah. So.
Cool. Yeah.
Okay, and the last thing that happened in my psychic phase is my strike team here with Astral Aim is casting Astral Aim on the Land Raider.
Fair enough.
All right, and casting it is a warp charge of 5, so I need to show a 4 because Grey Knight's +1. I got a 3, so that means I get it no matter what, even if that's a 1.
Yep. And I'm way outside of deny range.
Yep, because 24 is like here.
Oh, yeah, right there. All right, so that's it for Psychic.
On to the shooting! Okay, first up in the shooting phase is going to be my sneaky Dread Knight. He's going to fire all his shots into these Terminators. I'm spending a total of 3 command points. First on Big Guns Never Tire, so he ignores the penalty of moving and firing his heavy weapon. And then 2 points on Psionic Onslaught, which basically turns his Gatling silencer into a Strength 5 AP -1 weapon.
Fair enough.
So he has 12 shots from the Gatling silencer, which is what I'm going to be starting with, hitting on 3s for 12 shots. So I missed 4, so 8 hits. And these are going to be Strength 5, so I'm going to be looking for 3s to wound. 5 wounds with AP -1, and they do D3 damage each, so you're a 3-up save.
Yep. All right, so it's going to be 5 3-ups, as Tom said.
Failed 2.
Made 3, failed 2.
So I don't need to roll the 1 because you have a guy with 1 wound remaining, so he's just dead.
Yep.
And then the second one, D3 damage, does 2, so that's 2 dead.
Yep.
And then D6 number of shots from his heavy incinerator. I measured unless I killed the whole squad, there's no way you could take him out of range anyway. So D6 number of shots from that for 2. Those automatically hit, so I don't need to roll. And looking for 3s to wound.
That
Both
was
wound.
very pretty the way those rolled.
It was. Both wound, and once again AP -1, so 3-up saves.
All right, 3-ups.
Failed 1, and it does 2 damage.
All right, so that's 3 down already.
Yeah.
Oof.
Okay. And next thing to shoot is going to be my Land Raider. And he's going to go ahead and fire all his shots into Mike's Forge Fiend.
And I'm going to knock things over with my fat hands.
All right, let's start off with the 4 las cannon shots going in. They're looking for 3s to hit. All hit. Strength 9, so I'm looking for 3s to wound. 3 wounds with AP -3.
Oof. All right, so it's going to be 3 5-ups from me. For made 1.
Failed 2. These will do D6 damage a pop.
Oof.
For 4 damage, I am going to spend 1 command point to reroll the 2 into 1. Only
Okay,
3.
3! Yay.
All right, with the last cannons done, onto the heavy bolter, or twin heavy bolter. 6 shots, looking for 3s to hit. All but 1. Looking for 5s to wound. 1 wound with AP -1.
And it was the one that was, like,
Yeah, it's right
here. 1 4-up. Made it.
Okay, I did 3 damage. There's a chance you get one of those back, and yeah, that's going to be it for shooting because nothing else is going to be in range. I get first strike, I secure my own objective, and I secure Mike's objective.
Yep.
So
You
bring me
got
up to
6 points to my 2.
because you hold one of the 2 in the middle.
Yep. Probably actually could have held the second one, but I just kept everyone out and didn't move their full.
Yeah, because you didn't want to deal with wobbly
Wobbly
models.
model. I did that because I was lazy, so I could have had 4 points.
Yes.
Ugh. All right, so on to my turn 2.
Yep.
All right, so movement phase for turn 2 for Thousand Suns. Cult of Magic. I turned around and moved backwards with my 2 Scarab Occult Terminators, getting ready to engage the intruder upon our back line. So I shifted over with my Forge Fiend just to get line of sight without giving him any kind of extra cover bonus to make him hard to hit. I left my Warlord where he was. I left that group still within range of the objective where they were, so that they do have line of sight and line of effect on him as well. And then hopefully it'll be a few turns before Tom's units over in the building manage to shoot at them. Other than that, the Zangors moved and advanced forward. They didn't need to advance, I just wanted to make sure everyone got in cover. They get their nice, glorious save. Everyone that was in the bottom of this building moved up, making sure that my sorcerers, Exalted and Standard Aspiring, respectively, were closer to this side of the field, able to actually give their respective buffs and whatnot to the rest of the group. So with that all out of the way, on to Psychic, where I'm once again going to start with my Warlord, using his Familiar and all of his other bonuses to get a +3 to cast Boon of Change. Once again, Warp Charge value of 7.
Which you get.
Which I get.
I'm not going to try to deny.
No. And then that's going to be a
Spawn Hood.
Spawn Hood. Great. Spending a command point to re-roll 4. Alright, so with that result is going to be Temporal Manipulation or Temporal something, which basically allows me to add 3 to the model's movement characteristic, which is useful, but not the one I'm looking for.
He's now movement 8.
He's now movement 8, which is much nicer. Yeah. So after that, he's going to throw a Smite
+2.
with a +2 over this way. And I got it. It's going to be a 9.
9. No, I'll take that one.
Okay. And because it's not an 11, this is just going to be a D3.
For 3.
For 3.
Spend 1 command point on True Silver Armor. Use this stratagem when a Grey Knight vehicle, he has the vehicle keyword, suffers a mortal wound. On a D6, ignore that mortal wound. And then for the rest of the phase, any 5-ups, ignore more mortal wounds.
Nice.
So basically 3 5-ups. Ignore 1. I take 2.
Got it. All right, so next up, with Boon of Mutation and a Smite done, I'm going to go over to the group way over here, and they're going to cast Tzeentch's Firestorm, also at this guy. So that's going to be Warp Charge of 7, no bonuses. Which they got it with an 8. Do you wish to attempt to deny something that could do 9 or 0?
You have 1 more smite.
I have the possibility of 2 more smites.
Oh, that's 1 or D3.
Yeah.
Max. It's a 9. It's such a risk not doing it because you could do up to 9.
Yep.
Or you could do 0.
It
is such a random occurrence one. I'll take the risk.
All right. So, for those not in the know, the way Tzeentch's Firestorm works is I take 9 dice, and on every 6 it does a mortal wound, of which I get 3. So you get to do your 5-up, feel no pain for mortal wounds.
5-ups. Ooh, I made 2. I only take 1.
Well, that was useful for you. All right, so next up in the Psychic phase is going to be these 2 blokes right here. Going to be casting Glamour of Tzeentch, and they are actually going to be throwing it over onto this group of rubrics. Because they might get fired on there or not, I don't know. So that's going to be a Warp Charge of 7, which...
That's a perils, and they get it.
They have to perils. I don't have any more command points. But they get it. What is that, D6?
D3 mortal wounds.
D3.
1.
Right. So one of the member die.
It's these guys. They have 2 wounds each. And it has to be the Psyker.
Oh. Well. poop.
Because that's the ones that were casting it.
True. Also, after the result was made and I'm casting it, I'm spending a command point to get a member of their unit back.
There's a model injured in the unit. If there's a model in the unit injured, you have to restore D3 mortal wounds. Restore wounds first.
Is it?
It's not choose. It's like all the regular heals. You could spend 1 command point on the thing that says if you perils, you don't perils, and then 1 command point on the regen thing. Then, or
That
if
would be
it's
2 command points. That
You'll
would bring me down to 1.
Yeah.
Ugh. Which I think would actually benefit me more. So I'm going to spend 1 command point to
Deny the
still
perils.
deny the perils, and then 1 command point to get a model back in this unit.
Sorcerer's Elixir and whatever the
Other one is.
adepts of the Immaterium.
Yep.
Okay.
So, command points away! Alright, so next up, for my turn for Psychic, I'm going to have my Exalted Sorcerer throw a Weaver of Fates, actually at this now group of 3 Scarab Occult Terminators, and that's going to be a Warp Charge of 6, which is going to get me exactly that. So, you going to deny?
I will attempt to deny. And you get a 7 or better and I add 1 to it. I got an 8.
Yep, alright, so no Weaver of Fates, but he's also going to throw Prescience on that unit.
Okay.
Prescience! Got it with an 8.
I am spending 2 command points on the Aegis. When an enemy psyker casts a psychic power in range, I can immediately attempt to deny with 3d6.
Oh, owie.
And I add 1 to it. And I get the 2 highest.
Okay.
13.
Merde.
No. No buffs.
No. Alright, and with that failed Psychic from the Exalted Sorcerer, that's going to be it for my Psychic phase. So on to shooting, where a bunch of things are going to shoot this man's right here. Alright, so starting off the shooting phase with the Scarab Occult Terminators right there, firing everything they can into the Dread Knight.
Yeah, Dread Knight.
Alright, so they're going to have a total of 12 shots, because they're in rapid fire and all that nice bolter discipline that they have now. So, 12 shots going in, hitting on 3s. Alright, so I missed 4 from that, and then this is going to be wounding on 5s. For an unfortunate amount of 1s, and 1 5. Alright.
Cool.
Merde.
I always count as being in cover, so effectively AP -1. His 2 up becomes a 3 up.
Made it. Hey, you made it. Oh, that started poorly. Alright, so I'm thinking next is going to be that unit there. Tom, I'm saving my command point.
Oh, you don't want to?
No.
You sure?
No.
No, so you're not sure.
Get out of here. Alright, so next up in shooting is going to be this group here. They've got 8 shots, once again going all the way into the Nemesis Dread Knight. So 8 shots hitting on 3s for all of the above. All of the above.
Better statistically than last time.
Not much. Let's see if I can do better statistically than last time for the wounds as well. Wounding on 5s.
Got 2.
I got 2. Technically, I was correct.
You doubled your
I
statistics.
doubled my number of shots. From 1 to 2.
Same thing, AP -2, but I was count as being cover, so AP -1, 2 up save becomes a 3 up. Made both.
Okay. Sure.
And a 3 up save, so.
Yeah, alright, for basically the... Oh, no, I'll throw his 4 shots in.
Yeah.
Hitting on 3s. Half and half. Wounding on 5s. 1.
He did as well as the entirety of the Scarab squad.
Guys, come on.
And a 3 up save.
The 5-up realm is mine. Give it back.
Well, these are 3 ups. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, God. It's... Ugh. Alright, well, next is going to be the Forge Fiend. Forge Fiend firing in. It's going to fire literally everything at the same target, hoping to do any amount of damage at this point. So starting with its ectoplasma cannons, D3 number of shots for, I don't know.
One.
One.
That is a
That is a one. All right. All right. Well, that's unfortunate. And wounding or hitting on a 5. Nope.
And then 8 shots.
Yep. All right. So 8 shots from its Hades autocannons, hitting on 5s for 3, 4, half and half. And then this is going to be wounding on 3s for 2. Boy, I'm just doing fantastic.
AP -1 on a Hades autocannon.
Yep.
I always count as being in cover, so I ignore that. So 2 up saves. Actually failed one.
Oh my god, I did damage. Take 2. Cool.
Still an autocannon, does 2.
I'm not bitter at the dice.
Hey, I could have done without the 1 right here.
Hey, you get out of here. I earned that 1.
Nah.
Alright, so with lack of really other options, I'm going to declare a charge with those 3 Terminators into the Dread Knight. Fearing its flamer, but doing so anyway.
Let us start off with the 12 shots from the Gatling Silencer. Looking for 6s to hit, because Overwatch. 2 hits. 4s to wound. 2 wounds. You have 2 up saves.
I do. 2 ups. Made both.
Alright, D6 from the Flamer. 1. Wounding on a 3. Nothing.
Charge distance, it's a physical distance of 6, but with the cover, it's going to be a total of an 8.
Got an 11.
I got it. Alright, so there they are in melee. Got that far. And I'm going to be starting with the sorcerer of that unit, so hitting in with his force stave. He's got 3 attacks, 2 normal, 1 plus because he charged, and they finally got that rolling. So 3 attacks hitting on 3s. 4, 4, and all 3 hit.
Yep.
And then these ones are going to be wounding on 4s.
It's +2 strength.
Yes, so 2.
EP only -1, so a 3 up save. Made 1, failed 1.
All right, and that's going to be D3 damage.
Max.
For 3.
Just about every one of your D3s you roll max.
And then the 6 attacks coming from the other 2 Terminators. Going in, hitting on 3s. For 3.
And then 5s.
Not ideal. And then these are going to be wounding on 5s. For none. Goody. Glorious.
Taking a total of 8, which puts him in his 2nd bracket. Attacking back. He's now in his 2nd bracket, so you wouldn't have 3 base, but you did attack him, and he has the effectively same rules. So he gets +1. So looking for 4 attacks, looking for 3s to hit with his Dread Fist. Oh, that's a terrible roll.
For 1.
Strength 12. 2s to wound. Wounds. AP -3.
Okay, so... Did I get Weaver of Fates off?
Nope.
No, I did
You got
not.
no buffs on them.
Alright, so 1 5 up, feel no pain. No!
Well, 1's not feeling the pain, it was an invul.
Fair enough.
And 2 D3 damage. That's 2 damage, so that's a call.
That's hey, you're dead again. Go lay down. Alright, and with that done, that's it for my turn. Turn 2 on to your turn 2.
Okay, on my turn, there's actually a decent amount that happens over here, even though it doesn't look like it. The squad that was up here moved their 6 inches to enter the Land Raider. they're immediately replaced by the other squad that has Gate of Infinity.
Ah.
The Land Raider moves its full 10 inches there. In case I fail it, it's in a position where it can do some fire. My hero pool plus the one squad that has Hammerhand has moved through the building, getting in line of sight of those Zangors for everything.
Yep.
And then stayed in combat in the back because cruising for a fisting.
Fair enough. You can do a lot more damage than I seem to be able to.
Maybe. I only got one attack in last time.
Yep. But you actually did damage.
Yeah. Well, you did damage too. You did 3. I did 2.
All right.
So you did more than me.
Okay, fair. When you bring the semantics out, it makes sense.
Alright, so with that being said, on to the psychic phase, where I think I am going to start with casting the Gate of Infinity on the Land Raider.
Ooh. Oh, why? Why you do this?
Your backline is nice and open.
Why you do
I
this?
can snipe out a character.
No!
So, Gate of Infinity is a warp charge of something, so let's see what happens. I add 1 to it. I get it.
Yeah.
And this is where my Land Raider ends up. Nice in the back, closest to Mike's character hiding in the building. 9
Yeah.
inches away from everything else, ready just to dump fire.
Sad face for me.
Okay, and we're just gonna go down the line, starting off with my Apothecary, casting Sanctuary on the group of Strike Squad, which is the closest to Mike's stuff. It would be a 6 to cast, but +1. I got it. You do have 1 guy in range to deny off the thing.
And I'll attempt.
So I got a total of an 8.
What's Sanctuary do?
5 up in bolt.
5 up invul on
That
that
squad.
squad right there. I think I'll wait
Okay.
for other more damaging
Okay.
things. I think you might.
There's 1 smite gonna be coming out of the group that will do 1 damage if it goes off.
Oh, all right. Or maybe deny. I didn't.
Okay. Up next is going to be the armor one. It's going on the same one, buffing them more.
Yeah.
Warp charge 5, so I got it.
Cool.
I
The
am-
one deny from the aspiring.
Well, the Aspiring was the one that went first because he your Exalted was out of range for the.
Ah, fair enough. All right.
Your Exalted can try to deny this one though.
Sweet. So
I had a 7 total.
I will attempt to deny now with my exalted.
Did you something higher than a 7?
I didn't.
You got a 6.
I'm now out of denies.
Okay. My Captain whatever is going to do the Warp Charge 7. If I succeed, I gain a command point.
Fair enough.
+1. I got a total of a 7. So I gain a command point.
That's really useful.
Yeah. And then the Strike Squad is going to go ahead and smite the Zangors for 1.
1.
They got it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they did. You fell over already. You die.
Alright, and then the last thing to cast in the Psychic phase, smiting the guys next to him for 1. You got it.
Yep.
Total of a 7. There's a bunch of deny around.
Just going with the closest.
You didn't get it.
Nope. Haven't denied yet.
The army-wide +1 is so good.
It is. All right, well, I think you're on to shooting.
Yep. First thing in the shooting phase is going to be the Strike Squad, firing all of their shots into the Zangors. They all have line of sight. None are in rapid fire. So let's just start off with the Storm Bolters, which the rapid fire 2, so 2 shots each. So I'm looking for 3s to hit with these. I didn't get any 1s to reroll. So 5 successful hits. And your tough 4 versus strength 4 are forced to wound. Ooh, only 1. It's not particularly good. No AP on these guns.
All right.
I think
Zangors
Zangors.
have like a 5
Yeah.
with the cover 4. While you're looking it up, I'll roll. I got a 5.
Zangors have a 6 base.
With the cover, it's 5. I made it.
Don't worry, they have a 5 up invul.
Oh, all right, fair. Yay.
All right. The silencer from the squad now firing. It is heavy, so -1 to hit, so hitting on 4s. Rerolling 1s. All hit. Strength 4, so wounding on 4s. No wounds. rolling pretty terrible. All right, and then rolling 4 at a time. Each one of the characters is going to fire. They're all in Terminator armor, so they rapid fire at max range.
Because everyone gets bolter discipline.
Yep, because I'll start with Brother Captain Stern. He's hitting on 2s. All hit. Wounding on 4s. 3 wounds.
3 5-up pinballs.
3 go down.
3 dead. 1, 2, 3. Oh wait, no, you're the Captain Zangor. You will die.
Alright, Chaplain up next, doing the same thing as Brother Captain Stern, hitting on 2s. Rerolling 1s, because nearby Brother Captain. All hit, looking for 4s to wound. Only 1.
1.
I'm not rolling pretty good
5
with
up.
wounds.
I'm not rolling too good with saves.
Well, it's a 5 up versus.
Yeah.
Alright, turns out the Apothecary doesn't have a Storm Bolter. I'm double checked, I didn't pay for it, so he doesn't have it on top of that, so. No extra shots from over there. Jumping over to the last thing that can shoot in my army. Land Raider. Land Raider is going to fire all of its las cannons and its multi-melta up at Mike's character and the twin heavy bolter into the Zangors.
Fair enough.
It has a special rule, power the machine spirit, so it ignores moving and firing heavy weapons. So hitting on 3s, let's start with the las cannons going into Mike's sorcerer. All hit. Wounding on 2s. All wound.
Ooh. AP?
-3.
Okay. Alright, so saves for him, it's going to be 4 5-ups for his invul. I made 1. Boy, I can't wait to see how dead he is.
Alright, so that's 3d6. Take 10.
Bye.
My multi-melta shot is fizzles.
That went through him, through the next guy, out the window. Into your man over here.
Yeah, too bad it doesn't actually, do that.
No, it doesn't. It does not do that. He's just super dead.
All right, and the 6 shots from the twin heavy bolter going into the Zangors, looking for 3s to hit. No rerolls. And since it is strength 5, looking for 3s to wound. No rerolls. 4 wounds with AP -1, doesn't matter, go 5.
Yep, 4 5-ups. Where did the 5-ups go? They seem to have forsaken me.
And
1. I made 1.
I'm happy about that. So that leaves the leader of the Zangors, which will flee.
Oh yeah, he'll absolutely flee.
You don't have 2 command points to make him stay.
No, I don't.
And you lost
Actually,
9.
Did he die?
Yeah, there was 5 left. I did 4 right there.
Fair enough. All right. Well, yeah.
Okay.
That's everything for your shooting phase.
Yep, everything I can shoot
So-
in the shooting phase. Onto my fight phase. Spending 1 command point on the stratagem from the new book. Overwhelming Assault. Use this in this fight phase. Select 1, Dread Knight. Add 1 to its attack characteristic when resolving attacks made by this model. You can reroll wound rolls of 1 and damage rolls of 1.
Ow.
Alright, rolling to attack in now. He's got a total of 4 attacks because of the +1. So looking for 3s to hit. I could roll like that, though.
That could happen.
Alright, I got no command points or any ability to reroll.
That was it. All right.
Yeah, that's...
Okay. Well, I guess 3 attacks coming in from the force stave, hitting on 5s, 3s.
3s.
3 attacks from the force stave, hitting on 3s. For all but 1.
And then wounding on 4s.
And wounding on 4s. For none. The 3 attacks going from the power
It's only
stave.
2. You don't have Hateful Assault now because you didn't charge.
True, you're right. So I wouldn't have had 3 with him.
Yeah.
All right, sorry, my bad. 2 attacks going in from the power sword, hitting on 3s. Both 6s,
And then 5s to wound.
because of 6s to hit,
Yeah.
because of
Death to the False
Death to the False Emperor.
Yep.
I forget, is that roll or just auto?
You have to roll.
Okay, that's going to be 2 more rolls, attack rolls, both 2s, so
Nothing.
nothing. And this is going to be wounding on 5s.
Nothing.
For absolutely nothing. Zip, Zada.
And I spent a command point for that fight.
Yeah. All right. I have to do a morale,
Which you figure?
which I'm not going to roll. He just leaves.
Yeah, they have like a leadership of 7 with 9 casualties.
Yeah, he's gone. He's absolutely gone. Yeah.
I'll gain 1 victory point.
You will gain 1.
1 victory point. We're contesting.
We are contesting. At least I'm keeping you off of that in that sense.
Yes.
So that's still technically a victory in my book.
Yes.
All right,
I did kill 1 character and a full Dangler squad.
Yes, so I will no longer be getting the points from over there.
Yep.
All right. All right, so movement phase for turn 3, Thousand Suns. I had the group of rubrics in that building stay put for now. Hopefully they can get some shots and psychic out from where they are. I had my command squad here move and advance from where they were, hoping to just kind of throw some psychic that way over at Tom's command squad. Hopefully they'll be able to do some work. Maybe, maybe not. We'll find out. Forge Fiend in what may or may not be a foolish move later. Instead of kind of moving to position itself to fire at the Land Raider, I decided to move it its full move over onto the objective, getting me that 2 extra point lead, and it's getting ready to fire into the group with Gate of Infinity.
Yep.
And I, of course, let the 2 Terminators just stay in combat, continuing to just keep Tom off of securing that objective.
Yep.
So with that out of the way, on to Psychic.
All right. This hasn't mattered for basically every turn, but it could matter now.
Yep.
So on a 3-up, he's doing the 1 chant that gives him +3 to deny the witch tests. He has that.
He has it. All right, so Psychic phase for Thousand Suns. I'm going to start with this group back here. They're going to be throwing their cult-specific power actually at the Dread Knight. It's going to be Astral Blast. That's what it's called. It's going to be a warp charge of 6 to cast, and that's a 6. So your deny.
I get to add 1 to it. I need to show a 6 or better. I got a total of 12.
And here I was hoping to really be able to show that one off. It's supposed to do a D3 damage and then have a area of effect afterwards.
Yeah.
So it seems like a cool power. I just haven't used it this game yet. All right, so next up is going to be my Warlord, and he's going to be casting Infernal Gateway this turn. It's going to be a warp charge of 8. And I'm definitely doing this one first, so I get that +3 to this, especially because he now has a +5? 4 to deny. So I need an 8, but if I get better, it works better. So
+3. So
plus the 3, that's a 12.
Yep.
So with Infernal Gateway, if manifested, identify nearest enemy model within 12 inches. 18 for them. We already did the measurement of the Psyker. Invisible to him. That model's unit and every other unit, friend or foe, within 3 inches of that model suffered D3 mortal wounds. The number of mortal wounds inflicted is D6 if instead the power was manifested with a psychic test of 12 up. But since you've got +4, you can still deny this.
Yes. +4, so that's 10, 12.
We evened.
We did in fact even. So
I think it goes to attacker
Yeah.
because you have to get above.
Yep. And I'm out of command points.
Woo! I did it. All right, so that's then going to be. I guess we have to now measure what's within 3 inches of. It's the model, not the unit.
The unit.
It is the unit.
Just the unit.
Oh
There's
man.
nothing else within 3 of the front model.
Oh, and here I was hoping I could get like.
You can wipe that unit, but
Oh, absolutely. But
there's nothing else close.
all right, so this is going to be D6 damage going into that unit.
For 2.
2. I have a command point. It seems a waste. Especially because I could get a 1.
Yeah.
Alright, so after doing some slight measuring to see what my other options were, I am definitely going to spend the command point and see if I can wipe the unit. So that's it. No more command points after this, and better.
For 6.
For 6.
And it will be the.
That, yes.
There's only 5 in there, and I don't have any feel no pain, so.
I killed something, guys. I did it. All right. So that's basically going to be it for Psychic Phase, because now I'm out of range for a standard Smite or Zinja's Firestorm with them. And they are...
You want to do a boon
Oh,
invitation?
actually, hold on. Are they in range to Zinja's Firestorm, the Land Raider?
Yeah,
Yes.
You can try.
Yeah, I'll throw that. Zinja's Firestorm at the Land Raider.
A 7, which I think is enough to cast it.
I believe you are correct.
Literally right there.
Oh yeah, it's right next to me. It is in fact a 7. All right, so with nothing in range to deny, I'm just gonna roll my 9 dice. So, 9 dice on 6s, I do a mortal wound. 1.
Okay.
Fair enough. It's better than 0. All right, so starting out the shooting phase is gonna be with the Forge Fiend firing everything except the plasma as it's out of range into the group with the Infinity Gate. So, because they're in a building and I moved, this is going to be hitting on 6s with 8 shots. For...
3 hits.
Yeah, 3 hits. Not bad.
Wounding on
A
2.
lot of 1s. Alright, this is going to be wounding on 2s. For all wound.
Only AP -1 on those weapons, so cover, I ignore it, and the other base 3 up then.
Yep.
I fail 1.
Yay!
1 regular guy goes.
And next up, and also last, is going to be this group of rubrics right here, firing everything they can into the Land Raider. Because at the moment, it's the only option for their fire. Because it's closer than the characters. So, it's going to be 8 shots, hitting on 3s for all but 2. And then wounding on 6s. Let's see if I can make that roll again.
No.
No. None.
No damage.
No damage.
Alright.
Which
Fight phase.
leads to fight phase. So for the fight phase, starting again with the 2 attacks coming in from the Sorcerer with his Force Stave hitting on 3s. Both hit. Wounding on 4s. 1 wound.
3 up save, because AP -1. Made it.
All right. And then the 2 attacks coming in from just the standard hitting on 3s. None. Your attack's in.
I fist you back on 3s. 2 hits. Wounding on 2s. Both wound. AP -3 on them.
All right. I'm pretty sure I've got 2 5-up invols. Made 1, failed 1.
Alright. D3 damage. For 2.
All right. The standard guy dies.
Yep.
And with him dead, that is the end of the fight phase, the end of my turn 3. At the end of my turn, I get 4 points, bringing me up to a 3-point lead. So on to Tom's turn 3.
Okay, movement for turn 3. The group with Gate to Infinity didn't move. They're holding the point. Drawing fire. My group of characters shifted through the building to get cover, but also make sure they are the closest to Mike's Warlord so they can throw some smites at him. He doesn't have that many wounds, so ones repeatedly will eventually take him down.
Yep.
And then in the back, Land Raider didn't move, disgorged the team with Astral Aim out of it. Going to go aid their Dread Knight brethren and hopefully take him off that point.
Fair enough.
Doing my characters, starting with the Chaplain. Chaplain's smiting. Mike's Warlord. He is show 4 up. I got a total of a 5.
All right. I'm going to throw a deny out at that.
Yep.
Because I have 3 denies in the area. Got it.
My Apothecary is attempting to smite your Warlord. He is show 4 up. I got a total of an 8.
All right. Attempt to deny. Got a total of a 10.
All right. And then my leader is going to cast the power that gains me a command point. There's no sense trying to do 1 at this point.
Yeah.
I fail.
Okay.
I need to show a 6. A show a 6 because it's a 7.
Got it.
Okay. He's going to cast Smite.
Oh, all right. Dread Knight.
Yep. Dread Knight. Need to show a 4. I got a total of an 8. You can only do 1.
I know. Merde. All right, so after making sure of measurings, both of these, for whichever one didn't do a deny yet, is in range to deny the Dread Knight, along with him down there. So I'm going to use one of their denies over here. I didn't get it. So was it D3 or just 1?
Just 1.
Okay,
You're not a demon.
fair enough.
It literally, it doesn't matter what I show. If it goes off, you take 1. Unless you're demon, you then take 3.
Oh, okay. I thought there was a D3 in there
No,
somewhere.
that's it. I could roll a 4 to an 11 or 4 to a 13. It's still 1 damage.
Ugh.
Unless you're a demon.
Ugh, it's awful.
All right, I'm just going to smite you again.
Oh, okay.
All right. I got a total of a 7.
And you have Brotherhood, so it doesn't ramp
Yep,
up.
doesn't ramp up.
All right, well, damn it. I was really hoping to save one of the denies for his astral aim.
Oh, I'm not astral aiming, I'm smiting.
Oh, well, either
So
way.
if I kill you, I can shoot with him.
Deny,
No.
9.
Yeah, I rolled a 7. Oh well, he's got 1 wound on him from the other one, but...
Yep.
All right, that's all my psychics done. Onto the shooting. I'm just gonna roll all the characters together. There's 2 guys. They're Terminators. Closest guy is your Terminator leader.
Yeah.
They're shooting him. So it's gonna be 8 shots. Because of Terminator love. Bolter discipline, meaning that they always fire rapid fire. Rolling both my characters, they hit on 2s. They reroll 1s for the nearby brother captain. 7 hits. Wounding on 4s. 5 wounds. No AP, so.
All right. All right, that's going to be 5 2-ups for the Terminator. Missed 2.
This squad's gonna fire all of their shots into this.
Fair enough.
They're not in rapid fire, so 8 shots from their bolts. They're storm bolters. 8 shots from their storm bolters, looking for 3s to hit. No rerolls, so 6 hits. Wounding on 4s. For 2, that's terrible, but no AP, so you have a 2-up save.
All right.
All is dust.
And that's going to be 2 2-ups. Made him.
Okay. And then the last thing I can shoot is my other Land Raider, which is going to be my
Other Land Raider?
Land Raider.
Where are you hiding the other one?
Well, that's right there.
No!
No, it's inside the Land Raider.
It's a Russian nesting doll of hate.
The multi-melta is going to go into the squad in front of it, along with the storm bolter, because they're going to be out of range of anything else. And the las cannons. Yeah, I'm just going to fire the las cannons and the heavy bolter into this.
All right.
All right, starting off with the storm bolter, going to the squad that's in the building, looking for 3s to hit. No reroll. 4s to wound. 1 wound. No AP, so you have a 2-up save.
All right, 1 2-up.
Yeah,
No.
you get 1. The multi-melta, hitting on 3. Wounding on a 2. I fail. Then the last cannon's going into the rubric squad that is close to your warlord. 4 shots, looking for 3s to hit. 2 hits. 2s to wound. Both wound, AP -3, so you're 5 up impulse.
Yep. 2 5-ups.
Fail both,
Nope.
so 2 go down.
Yep.
6 shots from the heavy bolter, looking for those 3s to hit. 3 hits.
Wow.
3s to wound. 1. AP -1, so it ignores your all's dust part.
Fair enough.
So you have a 3-up save.
1 3-up.
Which you make.
Yeah.
You're gonna make with even if I got the AP -1. Okay. And that's everything that can shoot.
Okay, so I lost 2 from that group and 1 from that group.
Yep. Okay. Strike squad, declaring a charge on the surviving member of that squad. That occult squad. 11 in charge.
Oh, I think they made it.
Strike squad, swinging in. Total of 11 attacks, because, hey, they got the assault thingy now.
They do.
Looking for 3s to hit. All hit. Strength 5 because of the Nemesis halberds. Looking for 3s to wound. Seven wounds with AP -2, so 4-up saves.
All right. So there's going to be 7 4-ups. Let's see if I actually make all of them. I didn't. He does. He is the dead. I have nothing to keep him up.
I'll be getting 5 victory points this turn.
Yeah. You will.
I don't consolidate.
Fair.
And that's going to be the end of my turn. I'm pretty sure the rubrics are fine, even though they took 2 casualties.
They took 2, but I think their leadership is enough where that doesn't matter.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, as we go into Mike's turn, I need to roll my litany, doing the one that gives me 3 additional to deny the witch. I fail.
Oh, yay. All right, so movement for Thousand Suns, turn 4. I had this group. I technically moved and advanced them. I got 1 inch, so I just kind of gave up on the advancing and just moved them down within the building. They're 3 inches. So they won't be able to shoot this turn, but they will be able to finally be able to use temporal manipulation to heal up my warlord. This group just kind of shifted over to better be in cover, readying to throw some psychic this way if necessary. My warlord, in a ballsy move, ran up ahead out in the middle of nowhere and is ready to hopefully use what may or may not be his last psychic power to decimate that group over there. Did not move, just turned around for visual effect, as I'm pretty sure he's going to be shooting in this direction or this direction, whether or not things die. So with all movement out of the way, onto psychic powers, where I think I'm going to start with my warlord doing Infernal Gateway at that unit over there. Picking I think it's the closest anyway, but he's going to pick that unit.
Yeah, I guess that model.
Yeah. All right, so with his +3, it's going to be a warp charge 8 to get. Okay.
I can't deny it. You do d6 damage to both units.
I do.
Because with your +3, that's way higher than my +1 to deny can reach.
Yeah. All right, so it's d6 per unit.
Each unit.
No, I mean I just rolled a 1, so I roll.
You roll for each unit.
All right, so I'm going to start with that unit there. This is their d6, 4,
There's 1 survivor.
and then the d6 for the Dread Knight.
He
3.
has 1 wound left.
Ah!
So.
Okay. And then I'm going to be throwing a smite at the closest possible unit.
So, like a little bit over 11 inches. Still within 11, so.
All right,
That
so it'd
one
be
guy.
him. All right, well, sorry, boyo. Smite.
So +2.
10.
So 10. I'm going to attempt to 9. I have a +1, so I need to
Yep.
show a 10. I showed a 6, so
All right.
there goes that.
Yep. I don't even have to roll the d3. He's just dead.
Yep.
That's it for his psychic powers. I'm going to throw a temporal manipulation from that group into him. It's going to be a warp charge of 6, and that just, if it goes off, will heal him D3.
No.
No, it did not go off. So, sad face. Then from this unit, I am going to throw a smite at closest possible unit, which is going to be
My chaplain.
your chaplain. Smite!
Be
I get it, but you can definitely attempt to deny.
So I need to show a 7 or better. That's a total of 7, so I take 1.
Yep. Take some owie damage. Because I think you've got
I got
a
an
healer over
apothecary,
there, yeah. So that's going to be it for psychic phase onto shooting. All right, so to start off the shooting phase, I'm going to start with my warlord, and he is going to throw his combi infernal bolt gun, or infernal combi, however those words mash up, at the Dread Knight. So he's going to get 4 shots hitting on 3s for all but 1. And then he is going to be wounding on 5s. Get back here. 5s. 1. Oof.
Effectively AP -1, so a 3-up save. He's fine.
He's fine. All right, well, that's unfortunate. He's going next, firing everything into the Dread Knight. It was worth a shot. So, as I said, next up is going to be the Forge Fiend, starting with its ectoplasma cannon, D3 number of shots for 3. So 3 shots hitting on 4s now as he finally gets to shoot with his full ballistics. That's all hit. All right, well, I should have thrown some over there. And this is going to be wounding on
3s.
Wounding on 3s. All but 1, so 2 wounds.
AP -3, if I remember correctly, for the plasma weapons.
Yes.
So I have 2 AP -2, 4-up saves. I fail 1, he's dead.
All right.
It doesn't matter how he explodes, so.
No, and that wastes the rest of the shots from him. Unfortunate, but I want to make sure.
Yep.
And then lastly, I'm going to have the 4 shots from that group go into... No, at this point, because they moved, it'd be 2 shots.
Yep, 2 shots.
2 shots going into your chaplain.
Yep.
Hitting on 3s.
Hitting on 4s, I'm in cover.
Fair enough. Neither of them hit. That's it. On the end of my turn, I get 4 points. And I would like to say goodbye and good luck to my warlord facing down the Land Raider.
Ease. Turn 4 for the Grey Knights. Stayed put. Hero pool shuffled over a little bit, staying in the building, but making sure they're close enough to get some more smites over here, and then they can shoot that, maybe knock you off that point. Land Raider moved 10 inches, just getting within 3 to hold that point. Yay for ignoring penalties, moving, firing heavy weapons. So
Yup.
that's my movement. On to Psychic Powers, where there's going to be a couple smites thrown around back there. So just going straight into it. My Warlord casting Smite into that. +1 is enough to actually get that, so...
I mean, that's probably going to be the easiest deny of it, so
Yeah.
I'll just deny that one.
Ooh, you did with
I got it.
Super Deny! My Apothecary also smites... Oh, he healed the 1 damage. He does do
Yeah.
3.
Yeah, no, we didn't need to show that. It was...
Smiting once again. Hey, look! The same thing.
Hey! I take 1.
Okay, you're not going to deny. You have 2 separate units within range.
Oh, yeah, marriage, I do. Never mind. I got it.
All right, and I'm going to attempt to gain a command point. I gain a command point.
All right.
Since the characters don't have really much firepower to do anything else than maybe hopefully kill a couple of the rubrics, I'm going to go ahead and fire the hero pool. 8 shots, looking for 2s to hit. Rerolling 1s because of the brother captain nearby.
Damn.
I wish that I had like special things that happened on 6s. 7 hits. Wounds on 4s. for 4 wounds. No AP, so 2-up saves, because you can't do better than a 2-up.
Yep. That's going to be 4 2-ups.
I got one!
You did, in fact, get one.
Oh,
Whoa! All right, which one's you, the sorcerer? All right, not you. Good.
Alright, for the sake of it, I need to guarantee that character kill because he's so strong with the +3 to cast. I'm gonna fire everything.
Yeah, I figured as much, and I kind of knew it was his death sentence going out there, which is unfortunate.
But you also needed to make sure.
I needed to make sure that didn't exist anymore.
Alright, Land Raider firing, starting off the las cannons. 4 shots, looking for 3s to hit. All hit.
All?
Strength 9, so 2s to wound. 3, with AP -3, so you're
5. 3 5-ups?
Well, you failed at least 1.
I failed 2.
2d6 damage. Take 8. And that's Warlord kill.
Yeah. Puts you 1 point up.
1 point behind you.
Yep.
And that's all my shootings, and that's technically the end of my turn, too.
Yep.
I gained 5 more victory points, bringing me up to a 4-point lead.
Fair E.
Okay, at the start of Mike's turn 5, I need to see if on a 3-up I get my +3 to denies. I do.
All right. All right, so movement phase for turn 5.
Yep.
We're getting there. Is this variable?
Yep.
All right.
Could end at the bottom of this turn.
Fair enough. So, moved the unit that was in this building, moved in advance, got an extra 6 inches, just kind of set them up in the crater, defending that point.
Thoroughly holding that point.
These 2 didn't move, and I did not move the Forge Fiend. So, pretty simple movement phase. Psychic phase wise, I now have...
2 aspiring sorcerers as your only casters.
Yep. So, just for an attempt at something, I'm going to start with the group that has Tzeentch's Firestorm, and I'm going to throw it over here at this guy. All right, so after doing some measuring, it's actually the Land Raider is in range for that Tzeentch's Firestorm. So I'm going to throw the Tzeentch's Firestorm that way. Hopefully I can get more wounds off of it before that shoots the ever-living crap out of it and hopefully kills it, maybe, probably not, I don't know, we'll find out. So Tzeentch's Firestorm, war charge of 7. Got a 9.
Alright, attempting to deny it with my Warlord. I need to show like a 7 to beat you.
Yeah.
I beat you.
Yeah,
I have
you beat me.
+4 to that.
Yeah. All right, so, and next up for Psychic Powers is going to be him throwing a Smite over here. He would be doing Astral Blast, but it just doesn't have a range. So, Smite! 6.
Okay, I have +1 to deny, so I need to throw a 6 or better. 7.
All right, yep. No Psychic Powers, on to shooting phase. All right, so starting off the shooting phase is going to be big guy in the back, Forge Fiend, firing literally everything at the Land Raider. Starting with the Plasma, it's going to be hitting on a 5. Well, everything's going to be hitting on a 5 because he does get the half cover from...
The bat should be in the way.
Yes. Thus making him hard to hit.
Yep.
So, D3 number of shots with the Plasma for 1. Sad face. That's going to be hitting on a 5.
Hit.
Hits. Wounding on a 3 or 4.
I'm T8. So it has to be a 4 or better.
T8?
Yeah.
So it'd be a 4. So, nope.
I'm pretty sure your weapon isn't strength 9 or better.
No, it's strength 8.
Yeah.
All right, then for the 8 shots from the Hades autocannon, going in, hitting on 5s for 3, and this is going to be wounding on 5s. 1. Oh, yeah, he wasn't going to die from that.
EP -1 off of the autocannon. I have cover, so a 2-up save base.
Made it! All right, and that's it for my turn. Oh, no, sorry. I've got 2 shots from him going into your chaplain. All right, so hitting on 4s with those 2 because he's in cover.
And the shadows.
1 hit, wounding on a 5.
A 4.
4, the hit wounded anyway.
AP -2 is treated as an AP -1 because I'm in cover. So his 2-up becomes a 3-up. He fails. He takes 1.
Yay! Take 1. Have it be fixed by your other
The
dude.
apothecary heals it during my movement phase.
Yep. That's it. I'm done.
All right, turn 5 of the Grey Knights is pretty simple. I'm, at the moment, guaranteed to gain 5 points in the lead, as it could come to the end right here. So I'm not trying to take any additional casualties or anything crazy. My characters fell back, so they're out of line of sight of everyone. They're still going to be in range for some denies if they want to attempt to deny. My 1 squad sits here and holds the objective. My Land Raider stayed put and holds that objective. So with that being done, onto the psychic phase. The only psychic power I care about casting is going to be the one I gain to make a command point.
Fair enough.
So +1 to this. I get it with an 8.
All right. Am I actually still within 24? Have you measured that? Looks like a yes. Oh, no.
No,
All right.
it's the guy all the way in the back that has that power.
Ah, fair enough.
Actually, to be fair, I didn't measure it. I just threw him back there.
Oh,
He rolled a total of 11-inch move.
nice.
So, I mean, technically I could smite with the other 2, but why risk them accidentally killing themselves?
Oh, do it. Do it. I haven't done it yet.
Nope. With that being done, I go into the shooting phase. I spend my last 2 command points to add +1 strength and +1 AP to all bolt weapons.
Fair.
And then everything in my Land Raider shoots the guys on that crater. The Heavy Bolter and the Storm Bolter go to the squad of 2. The Las Cannons and the Multi-Melter go to the other squad.
All right.
Let's start with the Storm Bolter, looking for 3s to hit. 2 hits, looking for 3s to wound. 1
One.
wound with AP -1, which ignores your all is dust, so you still have a 2-up save.
Yep. 1, 2 up. Made it.
The Heavy Bolter going in, 3s to hit. 4 hits, 3s to wound. All wound, AP -2, and that would ignore your all's dust and your cover, so you have 3-ups.
All right. So that's going to be 4 3-ups. Made 2.
That's the squad of 2.
Yep. Chip, chip.
Multi-Melta. This is within 24-inch range. 1 shot hitting on a 3. Wounding on a 2.
Wounds.
AP -4.
Ooh, 5 up invul.
Yep.
Made it.
Okay. 4 Las Cannons. Hitting on 3s. Wounding on 2s. 3 wounds. AP -3.
5 up invul.
Yep.
Made 1, failed 2.
2 go down.
They're still there.
Yep. That is my turn.
All
I
right.
gained 5 victory points.
Does the game end?
You are technically losing, so on a 1 or a 2 there, Mike, the game ends.
The game ends. You win.
Yeah.
GG. Good job. Good game. Oh my god, I made a cadre of errors. Probably my biggest was I had the misconception that the points only mattered at the end of the game.
Ooh, every turn.
No, I was wrong.
Yeah.
Thus, I set my whole board up as like a rush B stratagem. Just get over there and get them. I was too aggressive.
If you had left 1 unit behind on that crater.
Oh yeah, just the Zangors, really.
Zangors, a Rubric squad, something.
Something, anything. Just something in the back to keep you from teleporting
Yeah.
in.
Just dumping myself in the back line there and getting 4 points repeatedly.
Yep, because that was basically from your turn 2, you had it.
Turn 1.
Turn 1, actually.
Turn
Yeah,
1,
turn
I
1,
took.
because you had to teleport.
I got it. Turn 1 was denied. Turn 2 and 3. Turn 4 and 5. I got it.
Yeah. Damn. I was way too aggressive with the my demon prince
Super aggressive. You should have waited 1 more turn
before really getting him in there.
Yeah, getting him in there.
I was just just the idea of getting a demon prince in there and maybe sacrificing him to get one of your bigger units. I liked that idea.
Yeah.
It's just it didn't work in practice.
Yeah.
Because one,
I just
you,
went
you
so
were
far back
designed, your army is
to
designed.
fight demons, and two, I went. He's gonna have turn one. There's a high chance he's gonna have turn one. So I deployed within 12 of my zone. So there's a 36-inch gap.
Yeah. And then probably bits and pieces in between of little errors. I know I forgot about
Death of the False
Death of the False
The
Emperor.
first time you charged.
So I'm not sure if it actually mattered for that.
It might
But
have gotten you one or two more extra attacks, but that didn't really matter because that squad didn't kill it. It was
no, God no.
It was the psychic hammer rolling through.
Oof, absolutely. By the way, the possible +4 to +6,
Six?
depending on if you spend the command points, is wonderful.
Yeah.
If you can use it correctly, it wipes.
Yeah.
Because being able to reliably cast some of the larger, more damaging Thousand Suns psychic powers is so good.
Yeah.
I didn't use it to its full effectiveness this game.
No, you wiped
I wiped
a
two
whole
units.
squad, one whole squad with one cast, all but one guy, which is even cleaned up with a smite.
Yeah.
And 3 of the last 4
I
runs of the Dread Knight.
I almost got rid of 3 units with basically two spells.
Yeah.
2 spells. But for ineffectiveness, I was talking about just like his placing.
Yeah.
And I didn't have the full +4. You could do basically the same kind of idea with someone with much more mobile. They wouldn't have the benefit of the familiar, but you could get like a +2, maybe +3 if you get lucky with Boon of Mutation.
You could run a cadre of 3 Exalted Sorcerers on discs.
Yeah.
Have one have the High Magister and the Relic, so he has a +2, and then you always have 2 guys nearby to add the additional +2.
Yeah.
That's
So
expensive, but that
you
is
can do it.
Yeah.
Then give the one the Relic, the High Magister, as you said. It's just the stacking bonuses work with you very well. Can't wait for both of us to try the different flavors of Thousand Suns, because not many of them are what I would say bad. There's definitely 3 that jump out in my mind as like I want to use them.
Yeah. And I can't say granites are good. I just had beefy things that I stuck on points. And I had las cannons.
Yeah, las cannons are always good. Las cannons are good on basically any unit.
Which, it's like, I've got las cannons, but I could also have that on a Lehman Russ, or even a guardsman with a heavy weapon team.
True. It's one of those.
I don't know.
They're probably really good against, say, a demon army, but
If you're playing a demon army, you're playing for the fun of playing a demon army.
and then someone rolls up with Grey Knights. It's like, oh, come on.
Yeah.
I played rock and you played paper.
Yeah.
Hope everyone enjoyed the battle report,
Yeah.
and hope you have a good one. Bye.